Mashidani Yelivashi, Talanarani, Nanhangaya Chase Taku, Gosa Tagri, Tau Toya Shiseli Kuni, Rejo Labini, Krine, Nahana Sandakune, Ajovala Goye, I use the Renyabu, the Masudrimana, Tisabida Makibarashi. Dinit Tisabida Mezayagaro, I use Sierra, Ajovala Shi Making, Dojo Lezedu Yashi Didin. I use Sierra, United Nation Conference Association Dream, make up your judging. I be singing, KBU Haradana Position, Sorry, Zayamabe Piparashi.
IBC, in a year, so shall be IBC. Take your poppy calling IBC.
IBC Sarah Body, Sabananga Jabani, Dudia Azania, United Nation Conference, Tana Saniko Dayan, Autobana Tayan Sakaima Yangodo Lega, Autobana Kunayan Shamboma Bangodo Lega, Bangama, Dojo Lega, Dojoma Japan, Chitozi Gukaijo, Sapromuto Lega, Joshi Autobala Shi, Nanette Saint Dojo Lizing Yashika Pizza, the Awarashi. IBC Sarah Body, Autobala Goye, Rejo Labi, Abidama Caronate, Sabananga, Sapromio. Education in Gaza whole night, Tibami, the second United Nations World Conference, Shane, Yamananga, Shane, Yama, Yamananga, Jorineado, Pripakanya Batevi, a Jampamuri to Nago, social media, the Rema Kawe, Yajazu Doga Sinki, the Martiani Any, Upwards and Arjapin, make up your Jaka Warashi. So what's an Arjapin? The Mani, no Jadrenia, social media ma, Mila living the Mania, the Mania, below Tito Jamale, social media ma, a soya the Mania can waiting, the Mania, below Gawa Jamale, Sara Gauseni, Nikulu, make up your jam to make a warashi.
Very interesting issue and a very complicated issue. So, I want to share my contribution. Respected the governments of Japan, the European Union, the United Nations, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored and privileged to be here with you today and to contribute my knowledge about how politics came from spreading misinformation. At this second United Nations World Peace Conference 2022. Also all, I would like to express my gratitude to His Excellency Fusao Kitagawa, the founder and president of UNWPA, and the conference organizers committee, eminent partners and supporters, including the International Peace Organizations for putting great efforts to make this peace conference happen. And inviting me to deliver a keynote speech representative of Myanmar. Today, dear my friends, I want to contribute misinformation is easy to face it as Myanmar. Misinformation is a false information that is spread regardless of intent to mislead. The spread of the misinformation happens often in our everyday life. We human beings are not perfect. We can all make mistakes. We all forget things we mishear or misremember detail. We tell our friends sometimes some things we heard on the TV or saw on the social media like Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, and other social media and the television program. If you are spreading around information that is wrong, but you don't know it is wrong, then you are once technically spreading the misinformation. Dear colleagues, I study how this misinformation and fake news are leading to the facing our Myanmar is a good example. Myanmar society has suffered the case of the internet armed conflicts in the international tension at least 70 years after the independence period. During the democratic transition to the civilian government 2010 and 2020, nearly the 10 years, international development has significant flow into the Myanmar. However, during the past 20 months, February 1st, 2021 to October 2022, everything went down significantly. Implementations of the international development project in Myanmar were stopped. Collaborating amongst the government, the private sector, donor, the international and local non-government organizations were stopped. Some non-government organizations and the civil society organizations has been working on some of these projects to fall into the categories of the regional and community development initiatives. Armed conflict forces are mainly attacking the country infrastructure, such as communication, transportation, highway, railway, airway, education, health, human rights, economy, culture, and the religion. Therefore, misinformation can be very difficult to correct and may have lasting effects even after it is discredited. One reason for this persistence in the manner in which people may cause inference based on the available information about the given events or outcome. As a result, false information may continue to influence belief and attitude even after being debunked if it is not replaced by an internet causes explanation. My study showed that the causes explanation for the unexplained event is significant, more effective than a denial, even when the denial is backed by usually strong evidence. The result has significant implications for how to more effectively counter misinformation about controversial political events and outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to contribute about Myanmar. I will be there take time more let each in Myanmar. According to the Myanmar complex background, condition and the possible efforts of the development planning actively, development workers need to understand the whatever efforts of the development aid on the conflict and peace. In addition, they also need to understand and assess conflict prevention and intervention the program. Please see the picture, President of the UNWPA. As you see, the powerful member, Biden, Donald Trump, Zelensky, Putin, Xi Jinping, and the Burma military coup leader. The histories of the political conflict in Myanmar show that is stuff before in country got the independence 1947. The country leaders lose their life because of their different perceptions of the political opinion. After the independence, armed conflict started due to the difference in political ideas in the policy in Myanmar. In order to reduce the conflicts in Myanmar, effective and efficient collaborations of the many regional and the international peace-seeking peoples are needed to negotiate with the armed conflict organization. The United States is a great country in the world, as you know about the US. That can play an important role of the political changes it is a great countries of the world knowledge and wisdom. According to the regional geopolitical importance, small and developing countries and the small developing countries are involved in playing political check. Where the great powerful countries are clearly involved in the testing and knowing the principles of stability and the peace. In order to reduce conflicts and achieve peace in Myanmar, including Russia and Ukraine, people who do not want the conflict need not to accept the civil war and armed conflicts everybody, Myanmar and the Ukraine. Instead of arguing, carrying each other on the weakness of the individual, the weakness of all sides should be objectively accepted. Regional organizations such as ASEAN and non-governmental civil society organizations need to facilitate the constructive negotiation and coordination of the stop war and the conflict happening in Myanmar. I try to explain to the public to be able to the full understanding the situation and consequences, such as conflict prevention and intervention the program. Please see the picture. President of the UNWPA. As you see, the powerful member, Biden, Donald Trump, Zelensky, Putin, ideas and the policy. And as you know, the business of the Prime Ministers of the Cambodia, the current chairperson of ASEAN, to Myanmar, January 7, 8, 2022. And His Excellency Prime Minister visits to Myanmar also. UN Special Envoy Nolan Heza were not adored by the West in the revolution now, but it was not this together with the positive principle. It will be the ways to the resource ASEAN regional stability in Myanmar political conflicts. That's why misinformation is very important. We should know how to change the misinformation to the correct information. Social media in Myanmar. Analysis of 5 points about the false news and the fake use of the social media happening in Myanmar and around the world international community. We have the 5 things in the misinformation. False news and false news. False news spread by the social media like as Facebook, Twitter, and other the community the standard. How misinformation will be the control in our daily life? Spreading false information by extremists so social media. How false information should be prevented? This is we think about this high question. I am the Buddhist monk, so that I wanted to contribute the Buddhist perspective, analyzing the personal political situation in Myanmar and finding a solution. What is the difference between misinformation and disinformation? False news and conspiracy exists throughout the age in the world. Misinformation is false information that is spread regardless of whether there is an intent to mislead. Disinformation, deliberately misleading or misinformation, manipulates the narratives of the false propaganda. In our Buddha teaching, the stress of the Noble Eightfold purpose we practice in our daily life. Right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right thought is thinking correctly. Ideas are thinking about things that will benefit the world. It includes a positive critical thinking and beneficial creative thinking. If the positive is the wrong thinking that want to destroy the world. Next, what spur you have the interest in disinformation campaign and mapping data across social media. Today, in the modern age of the internet social media, during the past 10 years of the Myanmar democratic period, 2010 and 2020, everyone started using the internet because of the social media. Therefore, politicians, businessmen, human rights activists who has false ideas and bad thoughts use the social media to set fire to their competitors. Opponents are those who are hostile to them by throwing the political, economic, and social fire. How is social media campaign in the community combat the spread of the misinformation. Local and global politicians are the main ones who spread fake news. The media use local and global influences to spread fake news to attach their competitor. For example, American, Chinese, Russian politicians are the main contenders for the superpower. So the world is full of misinformation that spread today. One of the novel important in Buddhist teaching, right speech has been practiced by saints, good scholars, politicians, businessmen, social servants, and they tell the truth of the people. On the other side, the self-service superpower, politicians, businessmen spread the false message called Mesa-jiva, wrong speech. Therefore, the Lord Buddha preached to find out yourself where it is a beneficial or effective, where it is something that is the sake of good people, citizens, criticize for their praise and their asset. Next, I want to contribute. Why do you think that a social platform are further than facilitating the process of radicalization on the internet? And today, modern age, with the development of technology, there is a lot of the propaganda by extremists. Therefore, the Buddha taught us to avoid the two extremes and follow the middle path. Because of political extremism, war, killing, torture, arrest, and the inhumanist brutalities occur. Radical principles of political, military, and revolution can also lead to false messages called hate speech. The radical principles of economic ethics lead to the bully the principle. Nowadays, there are increasing numbers of extremists by using the social media. What is these average person can do to fight disinformation and social media? 2020-2021 period is the arrival of the global pandemic known as the coronavirus. It is called biological weapon. It looks like the principles of communication between the world power, like as United States and China and Russia. In Myanmar, thousands of people have died due to side effects of military coup, arrest, and the killing, as well as catastrophes of response in Thanga the Oga, including our national leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, and the president women. A coup d'etat occurred due to the dispute over the elections of the military council as a result of the coup d'etat. The spring revolutions of CDM movement by civil servants has appeared in the principles of the education, health, and economy has been the demand. Using the social media to play political game in the total devastation is caused by the social media. A country has begun to be puzzled and demand in it. Hatred and resentment grow. Their issues are caused by wrong view, wrong speech, and wrong action. We need to reframe this. We must avoid using the coronavirus for the political gain, economic gain, coup d'etat gain, and the use of the revolutions to the trumpets the peoples to the death and the gain power. The ministries or officials for the ministries of information and communication should present public affairs in a polite manner. Disputes are using the bad language such as government in the air, the terrorists, confused, demeanor, etc. to respond to the message from the opposite side such as R2Ps or UN has arriving after 222-2022 doing the CDM for a month can cause army to fall down. The COVID-19 only infects the army, not revolutionary extra. This is using the misinformation in social media. The leaders of Myanmar could, senior general being online, need to respond positively to all the peoples of the country without them being the creation. 2020, 2021, 2022 period is a challenging year for the war, for the Ukraine-Russia war, Taiwan-US one power competition. Sri Lanka economic problem, the public outrages in the Burma coup detailed problems such as the Spring Revolution and armies warfare has become global problem today. The revolutionaries should not make the revolution based on the economy, but go for a revolution through some democratic principles, through a various political conversation based on the principles of discussion. Everybody see. Misinformation about the perpetrator of the violence. That's why Aung San Suu Kyi, as you know, our the former national leader, that's why the military coup leader, the senior general Myanmar. They are the two parties fighting. Violence against an armed civilian by any armed group is a crime against the humanity. Ordinary people of the Myanmar, they don't like this. Dear my friends, COVID-19 pandemic was in the roles of the information, misinformation, disinformation, more information, including much around the world. Because I traveling a lot, United States, United Nations, European, because of my organization, European also, United States also, Asia also. And someday, the philosophies of non-violence by Buddha. Buddhism promotes use of the violence in resolving the conflicts. The Nirvana Sutra states, by taking refuge in the precious Dharma, one man should be free from harming or the harming the other. And the mind filled with the Lobha Dosa Moha is led to the violence. Mindfulness of right action should mitigate violence. Carrying to the same life is not what Buddha taught us. Freedom of the speech, freedom of right speech. Explaining for the diverse spread misinformation and disinformation and more information. Misinformation are very dangerous in global community. Double standard, few complex and violent. Look at the picture. When comparing the Ukraine freedom fighters to the Myanmar People Defense Force, armed user group under the National Unity Government, formed by the exiled members of the National List for the Democracy. The international media, the human rights report cast PDS operating as just war. Why? Why the community exploring they are the extreme targets and the targets carry this formats the violence and they perpetrate the conflicts. Everybody, my colleagues, please see. This is example 1. Violence in Zagai region. Because of my organization, International Buddhist Education Center is Zagai. Our country, for these places, Zagai is now really the conflict every day, everywhere. Bombing, coming, in the shooting. Very dangerous. I founded the International Buddhist Education Center in Johor Bahru University. I take care over the 5,000 students, boys and the girls. International narrative. Nearly 11,000 reported fatalities in 2021. Violence against civilians by state force increased in 2021. And organized violence concentrated in the Zagai region. As you know, I just showed in the graphic. A reality on the ground, another side. Some human rights organizations and companies even data projects report scores of the civilian too up to the 11,000 unarmed civilians. I choose armed force as a culprit. SAC military coup also lists 3,000 names of the civilian victims killed by non-state actors. SAC also issued the list of 53 months, 585 the local administrator, 28 the civil servant, 48 the education, and 11 medical professionals. In total of 725 victims of the targeted assassinations by the terrorist organization. Carry where they identified. This is example 2. And I will just compare one side the military coups, the fighting by aircraft, and then one side the revolutionary group shooting by aircraft. That side, another side, reported K-11 the school children, however, SAG maintained the PDF and LTF were shooting at the troopers from the unknown the bulletin in the villages as a human shield. This is a Layakong village, our the Sky regional area. When I went to the United States, the United Nations General Assembly, at that time, military groups, they fighting this Layakong village in the 11 the students killed by the military coup by aircraft. Another side, bullets fire from ground, it is a passenger inside the national airline, make a SAC achieve Takaya Street, Raigo Airport. KNP National Progressive Party, KNPP, and ERO in Southeast Myanmar for the sabotage. I just explanation and contribution of terrorists both sides, not only the military side, other the revolutionary sides are they carry a lot in the gunning, bombing, in the everywhere. Number 3, blaming the Buddhism. 2021, February 1st to October, 57 the Buddhist monk killed by terrorist organization in Myanmar. Very dangerous, as you know about. Dear my colleagues, my friends, Your Excellency, I give the special request to the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. I made a special request of stopping the wars and the violence in Myanmar to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, by President, and appeals to his intervention during my recent visits to the United Nations headquarters, New York, in July and September 2022. I also air my message through radio such as Washington-based RFA and VOA. However, my biggest fear is that my message of immediate stop of the violence may not be heeded by the warring party. Why more and more peace advocates in the countries are being accused of the sabotage and becoming the victims of the targeted killing. Number 3, blaming the Buddhism. 2021, February 1st to October, 57 the Buddhist monk killed by terrorist organization in Myanmar. Very dangerous, as you know about. Dear my colleagues, my friends, Your Excellency, I give the special request to the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. I made a special request of stopping the wars and the violence in Myanmar to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, by President, and appeals to his intervention during my recent visits to the United Nations headquarters, New York, in July and September 2022. I also air my message through radio such as Washington-based RFA and VOA. However, my biggest fear is that my message of immediate stop of the violence may not be heeded by the warring party. Why more and more peace advocates in the countries are being accused of the sabotage and becoming the victims of the targeted killing. My dear friend, very recently I attended the 77th the United Nations General Assembly at the UN headquarters in New York City on 26 September 2020. And I participated in a high-level meeting. It was a very productive week for me. I gained a lot of knowledge and information from world leaders, at least 350 world leaders I met in the discuss about that. At the meantime, I was able to share my knowledge and the information about my home country, Myanmar, political situation. Especially the ground situation happened in Myanmar with war leaders during the UN General Assembly week. You can see this picture last September. Here is list of the meeting I attended during the UNGA week. So many the program, women program, economic and social program, education program, many the program I participated in the United States. And then the last August, we are celebrating the Stockholm War Peace Conference at Stockholm, Sweden. At that time, I delivered the special speech on current Myanmar political situation at Stockholm Peace Conference held on 2024 August 2022. I made a similar request to stopping the wars and the violence in Myanmar, in Ukraine, Russia. You can see picture. Everybody, my colleagues and friends, this is the list of death and injury, destruction that committed by CRPH, NUG, PDF, and different states and religion. And this is Myanmar, innocent civilian now, 5,000, over the 5,000 killed by terrorists both sides, military coup and revolutionary side. Over the 5,000 innocent civilians last week. That's why you can see, I just showing the list of the death and the injury. Total 3,556 killed by terrorists, destroying a lot. Public transportation, railway station, and then healthcare, education care, yeah. Bombing and bombing and gumming and shooting every day. Very dangerous situation in Myanmar. This is the list, yeah. Totally so much. As you see, the pictures of Buddhist monks killed by terrorist organization, I just survey detail. Which state, which city, which place, who is a killing? And this of the 57 Buddhist monks killed by terrorist organization in Myanmar. Very dangerous situation in Myanmar. This is the list and the name and the place and the age. I described this in my presentation paper. 37, 54, yeah. That's why this information about distributions of the conflicts, international media, international in the social media, they don't know about the Myanmar current situation. Military coup is wrong. At that time, the revolutionary side, the fighting the military. Oh, many innocent civilians killed by both parties. I just mentioned and I just the contributed about in this United Nations War Peace Conference at Japan. This information about the diffusion of the conflicts, the conflict-based experience influence the essence of the spreading the violence from one area to the another in Myanmar, implying this latest of the nothing can be done to stop it. The fusion of the conflict is neither inevitable nor uncontrolled anywhere. Conflicts are please. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, sir. The map and the Myanmar map covering the black sheet. Actually, it's not only the whole country, just only my regional, the Gai regional area, Kayakin, borderlines of the Thailand, and then borderlines of India and Bangladesh, the Chin state. Other places are stable now. Our Gai region, so many And those people, they lose their house because of military coup. Finally, a lot. They spear the village. They don't have no houses and they don't have the food. So I take care of over the 5,000 students. Gas and wine, I take care for the education in the humanitarian age. As you see, this misinformation is very dangerous around the world. More information with the advocacy of the legal age. You see the picture. And Myanmar current situation and compared to the Ukraine. Ukraine and the Russia is fighting one country to one country. Yeah, Myanmar is inside. Yeah, inside. National the unity government, so-called the exile national unity government, they speed up much in United States and other. You can see Ukraine support a lot in the European and the United States, but the Burma, they don't support because of war is fighting in civil war just only in the Myanmar. They fighting each other, but they contribute spreading about the misinformation in the Myanmar. So every the parties are wrong in the Myanmar situation. My dear friend, I take so much time, but I think so you have been interested about the Myanmar. To prevent the peace, overcome the information war fast. The international community must overcome the information war before coming to terms with their approach to help conflict resolution in Myanmar with initiated. To see and hear yourself about the ground situation. Anybody ask me ground situation, I really know because I stayed at the site. I traveled a lot, United States, Europe, so many. I contribute about the ground situation. To translate various information to arrive at the conclusion. To avoid the supportive response in a communication to all sides. The international community should demand a debate network in social media platform to refrain from the spreading misinformation and inciting the violence in Myanmar, also the Ukraine. The international community must ask all parties of the conflict to stop using the terror and violence against unarmed civilians and protect them. The international community should encourage an exclusive national dialogue process to stop the ongoing war and to start the negotiations for the political settlement. The international community should promote interfaith and faith-based approaches to assess the conflicted parties in Myanmar to find a solution. Perhaps extend the humanitarian assistance through the institution can be first step. Myanmar is a country with more than 135 ethnic groups and more than 100 armed organizations. Very wonderful. Yeah? More than 100 armed organizations in Myanmar. After the independence, 1947, started the 1947, going to the civil war. The entire country is mired in the complex people, economy, politics, education, healthcare, cultures are being destroyed. Every citizen is suffering. Now our country, progress of the social capital, very sadness. It is said the various armed groups are carrying and torture each other in committing violent crime. This is war crime. Violent crime with the aim of destroying the nation. Military coups becoming the war crime and other side also the war crime. The current Myanmar political conflict is headed to a failed state. Trying to find ways to reduce political conflict, my brother and sister, my sister and brother, Your Excellency, overcome the information war, achieve peace, security and stability. It says innocent people live with our love, kindness, compassion, and dedication. Thank you, everybody. My presentation already done. Thank you, everybody.
IBC ကျောင်း၌သတင်းတောင်းနေထိုင်ကြသောတန်ဃာတော်တို့အားအာဟာရတဏ္ဍနေစွာစက္ကလူဒန်းပေးကြသည်ဒေါ်ညနေသည်ခမဲတော်မဲတော်များဖြစ်ကြသောဦးအောင်ကျိုင်ဒေါ်ရွှေတို့နှင့်ဦးစန္ဒာဒီပီဤခမဲတော်မဲတော်များဖြစ်ကြသောဦးစန်းဝေဒေါ်စိန်စိန်တို့အားရည်စူး၍ကျန်ရည်သူတာသမီတို့အားအထူးပင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါရရှင်KBU ကျွလဘုရားတက္ကသိုလ်၌သတင်းတောင်းနေထိုင်ကြသောတန်ဃာတော်တို့အားဟာရတဏ္ဍအာယုံစန်းနှင့်နေစာစက္ကလူဒန်းပေးကြသည်ကံဘလူမျိုးနဲ့ရဲတွေးရွာမှာဦးဖိုးထူဒေါ်ဖြူကိုမြင့်ကျော်မခင်မြင့်မော်ကိုတန်းထွန်းအောင်မခင်မာညိုမိသားစုတို့အားအထူးပင်ကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါရရှင်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံသူနိုင်ငံသားအားလုံးစနေတရင်ကျွလာပြီးအပိဓမ္မာခါတော်လေးမှာစ၍စိတ်ချမ်းသာခြင်းကိုယ်ရည်ကျန်းမာခြင်းနဲ့ပြည့်စုံ၍ငြိမ်းချမ်းသောမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကြီးကိုအမြန်ဆုံးပိုင်ဆိုင်နိုင်ပါစေလို့ကျွန်မစွန်သတိမောင်နဲ့ IBEC ဝိုင်းတော်သားများကစေတနာတရားမေတ္တာများဖြင့်ဆုမွန်ကောင်းတောင်းလိုက်ပါရရှင်အားလုံးကိုကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ရှင်